Imagine, you're standing at a train station. A long, heavy freight train slowly comes in. It's carrying thousands of tons of goods. The wheels are made of smooth steel. The tracks are also smooth steel. There's no rubber, no deep grooves, nothing that looks like it gives grip. Yet the train starts moving smoothly, speeds up, turns corners, and stops perfectly, even when the tracks are wet or rainy. It looks so easy, but if you stop and think, one big question comes to mind: why don't the wheels just slip and slide all over the tracks? That's the simple mystery we're going to solve today. The first big reason trains don't slip is their enormous weight. A single locomotive can weigh more than 200 tons. That weight presses down hard on each wheel. The place where the wheel touches the rail is tiny, only about the size of a small coin. Because so much weight is pushing down on that small spot, even smooth steel can grip surprisingly well. It's like pressing your hand very hard on a table. It becomes harder to slide your hand. Trains use this heavy pressure to create strong friction. This friction lets the wheels push the train forward without spinning uselessly. But weight alone is not enough, especially when the train goes around a curve. On a straight track, both wheels travel the same distance. But on a curve, the outer wheel has to travel farther than the inner wheel. If the wheels were completely flat and straight, one of them would have to slip. So engineers made the wheels slightly cone-shaped, wider on the inside, and narrower on the outside. When the train goes around a bend, the whole wheel set naturally shifts a little toward the outside. The outer wheel then rolls on its bigger part, while the inner wheel rolls on its smaller part. This small difference in size makes the wheels automatically cover the right distances without slipping or fighting each other. It's like the wheels gently steer themselves using only their shape. No computers needed, just smart geometry. Even with the clever wheel shape, trains still need extra safety. That's why every train wheel has a small raised edge on the inside, called a flange. You can see it if you look closely. Many people think the flange is always rubbing against the rail like a guardrail. But actually, on good tracks, the flange almost never touches the rail. It stays just a few millimeters away. The flange is only there for safety, in case the train sways too much or goes over a sharp turn. It stops the wheels from jumping off the track. This simple lip has been used since the very early days of trains, more than 200 years ago. It's one of the oldest and smartest safety ideas in train design. But that's only part of the story. Rain, oil, leaves, or morning dew can also make the rails slippery. When that happens, even the best wheels can lose grip. That's why trains carry sand. Small boxes above the wheels can drop dry sand right in front of them when needed. The sand gives the wheels something rough to bite into and quickly brings back the grip. Modern trains also have smart sensors that notice slipping and automatically adjust power or drop sand in less than a second. So even in bad weather, the train keeps moving safely. Next time you see a train passing by, you'll understand the quiet magic happening under those wheels. It's not magic at all. It's heavy weight pressing down, clever cone-shaped wheels that steer themselves, safety flanges standing ready, and a bit of sand when things get slippery. All these simple ideas work together so perfectly that the train moves smoothly every single day, carrying huge loads across cities and countries without any fuss. It's everyday engineering at its best. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please give it a like and share it with someone who might enjoy it too. Don't forget to subscribe to Decoding every day, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next everyday mystery. Let me know in the comments. What should we decode next? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.